Alright guys, I got something awesome to show you. Check this out. I bought a brand new camera and it was pretty damn expensive. I had to save up money for quite a while actually. But I'm not a filmmaker. I just starting out on YouTube. I'm a total YouTube noob. So why did I decide to buy an almost €4,500 camera? Well, of course there's the obvious reasons for much more functionalities, making better quality content. But actually there's one more psychological reason that I decided to invest this much money in a brand new camera. And honestly, I've never heard anyone talk about this when it comes to gear. Let me explain in this video. But first, if you don't know me yet, my name is Stefan. You're watching 1 Minute Monday, the best video series on the internet. Every Monday I post one video about personal development, escaping the 9 to 5, related topics. It's always under 1 minute. I've never made a video above 1 minute. I don't see anybody on YouTube do that. Nobody has the skills that I have to talk about a topic and keep it under 1 minute. This introduction is probably longer than 1 minute, but who cares? It's 1 Minute Monday, baby. And in today's video, I will give you my strange psychological reason why I decided to invest way too much money in a camera I actually don't need. Let's hit the timer, go. So as I said, first the obvious reasons. Check out my last camera. This camera couldn't record in 4K. This one can. This camera doesn't even have a flip out screen. See? I can't flip it out. You see this beauty? You see this baby? So now I'm actually able to properly frame myself in the middle of the frame. I couldn't do that in my previous videos. If you watch my previous videos, you would probably see that I'm off-center quite a bit. I would usually have to estimate where I have to sit. And then at the end of my talk, I would see I'm way on the left or way on the right, or my head is like this, or my head is like that. No more, no more. It's worth it. $4,000 for me being in the frame, priceless. And another cool thing is that this camera has a microphone jack, so I can actually plug in an external microphone for awesome audio quality. This camera couldn't do it. So I actually had to set up my microphone like this, plug it into a laptop or a computer, and then record the audio externally. But with this camera, I can just plug in the microphone into the camera and record wherever I want. Check this out. Shit. So my previous camera, so the cool thing is, I can plug in my microphone into this camera. So I can film myself anywhere I want basically, and still have perfectly fine audio. So I can take the camera anywhere I like and record myself everywhere. I can stand here, but I can also stand here. I can record myself 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 on the toilet. But as I said, those technical specs are not the reason I bought this camera. Well, of course they are a reason, but I want you to know there is a psychological effect when you decide to buy such an expensive camera, or invest in any gear for that matter. It holds you accountable to actually use the camera, to actually make content frequently, to utilize the camera as fully as possible. Now let me explain. When it comes to setting goals and achieving your goals, it always depends on intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is basically your why. Why are you doing the things you're doing? And when you think about it, usually that should be enough motivation for you to execute on your goals. And then there's something called extrinsic motivation, which is basically a reason to execute on your goals, not because you want to, but because you have to. A salary could be a form of extrinsic motivation. If you don't like your job, but you're still doing it, it's because you need the money to pay the rent, pay your food. But another form of extrinsic motivation is having someone hold you accountable. So if you tell someone that you're gonna execute on a certain goal and reach it before a certain deadline, then that gives you a little bit more pressure to actually execute and achieve that goal. Because otherwise he may make fun of you, you can call you out on it, you can even step it up a notch. You can give your accountability partner $50, for example, and you tell him, I'll give you $50 and you get to keep this if I don't achieve my goal before a certain deadline. If I do, you give it back to me. Now this increases the pressure for you to actually execute on your goal. Because now, if you don't achieve your goal, you're also gonna lose $50. And the same applies to investing in an expensive camera or expensive gear. It holds me accountable to fully utilize every functionality of the camera. It motivates me to actually use the camera more frequently. Because if I don't, I will feel like this camera is going to waste. Like I've wasted $4,000. Like I've wasted all the money that I've put into the camera. So it gives me a strange psychological external motivation to actually utilize this camera. So that's basically the reason I decided to buy such an expensive camera as a total newbie YouTuber. I hope you liked the video. I hope you thought it was valuable. So next time when you buy something expensive or invest into something expensive, don't feel guilty. I mean, feel guilty, but know why you're feeling guilty and how that guilt is actually going to help you and motivate you to utilize that investment, whatever it might be for you. That being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next 1 minute. Oh, this flip out screen is so damn awesome, man. I can see myself. That's cool, man. Definitely worth it investing my life savings into this flip out screen. Damn, son. Cheers! Always under 1 minute. I've never been above a 1 minute. Why? Get out. Just be relaxed, man. But I thought it was relatively expensive for... Why can't I fucking talk English, man? I'm talking bullshit, man. I'm talking real bullshit.